Hey guys, this is Paul, and this is my full review of the smallest and lightest electric skateboard from Boosted, the Mini S. Now, before I get started, I do want to give a brief explanation as to why I've been gone for the past 6 months, but I don't want to take up too much time with this video, so I'll put that explanation on screen now, and you can pause the video if you want to see that. As a college student, I used to spend a lot of time just walking to class every day until I finally broke down and decided to give the Boosted Mini S a shot. In the 2.5 months that I've had this board, I've ridden over 200 miles on it, which comes out to an average of about 3 miles a day. I know that the Boosted Mini S has forever changed the way I get around campus, and I don't see myself switching anytime soon. But is the Boosted Mini S right for you? When I first opened the Mini S, I was just blown away by the build quality. I'd yet to even ride the thing, but everything felt and looked extremely premium. And the entire board just feels like it was constructed with extreme attention to detail and built to last. Unlike most traditional wooden skateboards, the Boosted Mini S is constructed from a poplar core but wrapped in fiberglass, which increases durability. But the first thing you have to know about this board, or any electric skateboard in general, is that like riding a bike or a regular skateboard, there is definitely a learning curve to this thing. I used to skateboard a lot when I was younger, so I've had a lot of experience, but it still took a few hours for me to feel comfortable and in control on the board. I would recommend just starting out on some flat ground with plenty of space to work with, definitely in beginner mode, and just get a feel for accelerating and braking using the remote. The remote, by the way, is great. It's the same as all other Boosted board remotes, and it's how you control acceleration and braking. You can check how much battery is left in the board, and you can change the riding modes. Once I got used to beginner mode, which tops out at 12 miles per hour, I moved up to eco mode, which goes up to 16 miles per hour. But you have to be careful because it's not just the top speed that changes when you change modes, but also the acceleration and braking speed. So changing modes will give the board an entirely different feel. The fastest mode on the Mini S is expert mode, which goes up to 18 miles per hour and has some crazy acceleration. I personally leave it in eco mode because 16 miles per hour is plenty fast enough for me, and it saves a little bit of the battery. Speaking of the battery, the Mini S claims to get about 7 miles on a full charge in eco mode, and in my experience, that's pretty accurate. Considering I only ride about 3 to maybe 5 miles a day, that charge is plenty enough for me, and I've only had it run out of battery just one time. But if you are looking for some more battery, you can always turn towards the Mini X, which comes with the extended range battery that will offer double the range of the Mini S, allowing you to ride for 14 miles on a full charge. The Mini X also has a higher top speed at 20 miles per hour. But if you don't need those additional features, then there's really no reason to upgrade. In fact, you'd probably be better off with the Mini S because not only would you save $250, but it's also 2 pounds lighter than the Mini X, which is 17 pounds, coming in at 15 pounds. And that's one of my least favorite things about this board. It's really heavy. Considering that a normal longboard is 7 to maybe 10 pounds on the higher end, this thing is noticeably heavier, and it's definitely gonna start to strain your arm and your shoulder if you're carrying it around all day. Another thing I don't like is that because of the board's size, it doesn't do as well of a job as absorbing shock as a full-size longboard. So riding on bumpy ground can be pretty uncomfortable. One day I rode a few miles downtown on bumpy, cracked pavement, and my feet were actually bruised the next day. So that's something to keep in mind. If you have a long commute or are planning on riding on bumpier surfaces, then you might want to consider getting a full-size electric skateboard. That being said, for me, the smaller size is worth the trade-off in ride quality because of the convenience that the smaller size provides. For example, the Mini S is just small enough to fit in the lockers at my gym. And it's also the perfect length to hold by the trucks. You can actually just let your arm hang naturally at your side, and this is much more comfortable than carrying a longboard this way. This is obviously more of a cruiser style board than a longboard, so it gives you a completely different feel. It's got a lot of concavity to it. I really like the board feel, but it also has a kicktail, which is an awesome addition because it provides much more maneuverability, allowing for easier turns around tight corners and just more precise control over the board in general, which is really useful for places like a city or a college campus. So if you're looking for a fun and fast way to get around campus, I can't imagine many better options than the Mini S. It's incredibly fun to ride, it's built like a tank, and if you can get over the occasionally bumpy ride and the weight, then I think you'd really enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more videos from me coming soon. And if you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for some more content coming soon. Thanks.